Hello, Fishhead friends, Joe here. So I thought I'd do a real quick follow-up on my 10-gallon tank. Uh, when I did the rescape on it and added in the dwarf hairgrass, I was just pausing my camera so I didn't have to try to splice any videos together. And I guess I just left it paused for too long and the battery died. So I apologize for that. But here we are. So you can see that I moved some stuff around. I took out the fake rock that I had in there from Universal Rocks. It was a nice rock, just I wasn't really feeling it in there. I wanted to open up a little more ground space for the dwarf hairgrass. The dwarf hairgrass is doing pretty well. Some of it I cut down. You can see over on this end it's kind of flat topped, and same with the one in this rock. With the dwarf hairgrass, from what I researched, to get it to carpet better, you want to keep it trimmed, and that way it sends out more runners to get more light, as opposed to growing taller to get more light. Over here you can see I didn't trim all of it. I kind of want to experiment, see how it grows, see what the difference is. To get these to stay down in the substrate, I planted them kind of deep. And then just the other day, I took my tweezers and I pulled them up just a little bit. You can see maybe on this guy how, there we are. You can see the roots and the runners are kind of going across the surface. I know and same thing here, you can see the crown of the plant up above the surface, so just the roots go down. I know with another plant I planted, can't remember which one specifically, probably the Crips, probably even the other hair grass I had in here, you don't want to bury the crown of the plant, otherwise it just rots away. Same thing with your normal land plants, you don't want to bury them too deep. So I got them just so they were in there and getting used to my aquarium. I put them down kind of deep and then let them sit for a couple weeks. That last video I actually filmed, I think maybe even 3 weeks ago. Then I forgot about it. So I put it up yesterday, I believe, and now I'm just making this one real quick. So after a few weeks of adjusting and doing a little growing, I pulled them up a bit so they're planted a little more properly. Let's see if I can get a little closer here. I do have some runners coming out. You see in this rock here, this rock's pretty cool. When I found it, it had just a divot in there. It's a nice clean hole in the rock. Doesn't go all the way through. It looks like there was it's like a gumball sized hole. If you can see over on this edge over here, that there's brand new little baby growth coming up. So that stuff's already spreading. And, I've seen it here and there throughout. So I feel like it's doing pretty good. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, the rest of the plants are doing good. Once I got this re-scaped and finished and I sat back and looked at it, it was a little too, Anubias here, Anubias on this side, grass in the middle, one plant on this side, one plant on this side. It was too, I don't know, it looked, yeah, man, I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean? It just looked too laid out. But over time, it'll all grow together. The Java Fern and the Cryptocorns, they'll grow together and spread, and I'll move stuff, so... overall, I'm really happy with it. I like this way better than the way I had it before. I added another little cluster pile of rocks there. That helps if my shrimp ever do breed. That'll help with the survival. When the guppies breed, that'll help with the survival. Although I did see my big male guppy eating one or two other brand new babies the other day, like teeny tiny ones. I can't remember if I have shown these guys yet, but I do have two guppies, two more, so that's pretty cool. Now I'm a total of 5. When I bought the guppies, I bought 4, 3 died. I managed to get 2 babies before the 2 females died, or however many females I had. And if anybody remembers back, this male, when I got him, looked way different. He had a black and white tail, and I was convinced it was a female because there's no body color or anything. But he turned into a male, and that was pretty cool. And see, I got all sorts of junk floating around on the top. That lily bulb's been in there for quite some time, hasn't sprouted, so it's probably no good. I'll take that out one of these days. I have some duckweed in here, which I've had for a month or 2 or more, and has gone from like 2 or 3 pieces to, I don't know, 10 pieces. It's not growing near as fast as what I'd expected, which probably isn't a bad thing, but you know, whatever. And also I have a whole lot of dwarf hairgrass clippings, and you know, there's some root chunks up there still. Every now and then when I do my maintenance on this tank, I just grab some of the root chunks that are floating up there and I just pop them in. You know, I don't know, that stuff doesn't bother me. I'll dig it out one of these days, but it's just stuff for the snails and the fish to just kind of graze on, and adds nutrients to the water as it decays. But one of these days I'll pull it out. Yeah, that's about it. Overall, it's doing good. I like this look a whole lot more. I do have a lot of blackbeard growing on the Anubias, which that bothers me a little bit. Blackbeard on the decorations I think is fantastic. But you know, you just gotta scrape that stuff off the plants every now and then. I'm still working on getting this tank balanced. This is my first attempt at a real community tank and a planted tank, so it's a work in progress, but I like it a lot. So that's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching.